David Cross is an American stand-up comedian, actor, writer, voice artist, and comedian, known primarily for his stand-up work, the HBO sketch comedy series Mr. Show, and his role as Tobias Fünke in the sitcom Arrested Development. Cross created, wrote, executive produced, and starred in the increasingly poor decisions of Todd, Margaret. Developed and had a prominent role in the Comedy Central animated sitcom Freak Show. And has a recurring role in the ABC sitcom Modern Family. Cross portrayed Ian Hawke in the live-action /CGI Alvin and the Chipmunks films. Early life: Cross was born in Atlanta, Georgia on April 4, 1964, the son of Susie and Barry, the latter of whom emigrated from Leeds, England. 6 months after his birth, Cross's family moved to Florida. After additional moves to New York and Connecticut, the family settled back in Roswell, Georgia, where Cross remained for nearly a decade. His family was poor and Barry left the family when Cross was 10 years old, and Cross and Barry have not spoken since he was 19, though they both primarily resided in New York City until Cross sold his home there in 2011. Cross and his family were evicted from their home while living in Georgia. He spent some time living in motels and at friends' homes while growing up. He has 2 sisters, and once bailed his youngest sibling out of jail. Career: beginnings in comedy, Cross began performing stand-up comedy at 17. The day after he graduated from high school, Cross went to New York. Lacking a plan, he drifted around, working briefly for a lawn care company on Long Island, and later enrolled at Emerson College in Boston. He would drop out after only a semester, but during his time there, Cross joined This Is Pathetic, a college sketch group, where he met John Ennis. In the summer of 1985, the 2 aspiring actors took a road trip to Los Angeles, although this did not significantly further their acting careers. In Boston, Cross began to perform stand-up more regularly. From the mid-1980s to the early 1990s, Boston had a booming comedy scene, although Cross did not fit the types of acts being booked most of the time. He recalls that it was a loud, dumb, pandering, racist, homophobic type scene. In 1990, a new comedy scene began to emerge at the famous comedy club chain called Catch a Rising Star. Cross along with Janine Garofalo, Louis C.K., and other comics appeared regularly several nights a week. Cross formed the sketch comedy group Cross Comedy with 12 other performers, and they put on a new show every week. They were known for playing tricks on the audience, such as introducing fake comics or planting fake hecklers. Cross became increasingly focused on his comedy work. Cross performed at the alternative comedy club Cabaret in Los Angeles. Cross continues to perform stand-up, in which he blends political commentary and satire. In 1999, he was given his own 1-hour comedy special on HBO, entitled The Pride Is Back. He has released 3 recordings, Shut Up You Fucking Baby, It's Not Funny, and Bigger and Blacker. Cross stand-up material was featured in Comedy Central's animated series Shorties Watchin' Shorties. In 2004, Shut Up You Fucking Baby was nominated for the Grammy Award for Best Comedy Album. In 2003, he released his first tour film, Let America Laugh, and was named number 85 on Comedy Central's list of the 100 greatest stand-ups of all time. He appears on Cabaret compilation albums, including Freak Weatherfield's Different and the Good, the Bad and the Drugly. Work on The Ben Stiller Show, Mr. Show and other programs. Cross began his professional television career as a writer on The Ben Stiller Show. The short-lived Fox network series hired him toward the end of its run, and he occasionally made brief appearances in the sketches. He had a speaking role in The Legend of T.J. Oputatoot, a sketch written almost entirely by Cross. It was during this period that he first met Bob Odenkirk, with whom he would later co-create the HBO sketch comedy series Mr. Show in 1995. Cross won an Emmy for his work on The Ben Stiller Show in 1993. Cross later co-starred as Tobias Fünke in Arrested Development, which was originally intended to be only a minor role. He has also played smaller roles on programs such as Just Shoot Me, The Drew Carey Show, News Radio, Strangers with Candy, Tim and Eric Awesome Show, Great Job, and Aqua Teen Hunger Force. Since October 2005, Cross has appeared on Comedy Central's The Colbert Report as Stephen Colbert's nemesis, a fictional liberal radio talk show host from Madison, Wisconsin named Russ Lieber. Cross also developed an animated series for Comedy Central called Freak Show, which co-starred H. Jon Benjamin, and was cancelled due to low ratings. He has appeared several times on the MTV2 series Wundershausen. Cross teamed up with Mr. Show producer-director Troy Miller and Odenkirk to produce a feature film Run Ronnie Run, based on one of their Mr. Show characters. The film satirized the reality television craze, and featured cameos from many stars. However, Odenkirk got into conflict with the studio New Line Cinema, and they then released it direct-to-video. In 1994 and again in 1999, Cross was a guest voice actor on Joe Frank's radio show, featured in the episodes The Last Run, A Hearing, The O.J. Chronicles, and Jam. In 2013, he returned, making an appearance in an episode of Frank's radio show, entitled A Conversation. In 2004, Cross provided voices for a Marine in the XBOX game Halo 2, and a store clerk named Zero in Grand Theft Auto, San Andreas. He also was the voice of the violent, alcoholic Happy Time Harry Doll and Bert Banana in Aqua Teen Hunger Force. He has also made guest appearances in the Adult Swim series Tim and Eric Awesome Show, Great Job. He directed the music video for the Black Keys song 10 AM Automatic, a spoof of public access television. Cross appeared in the Strokes music video for Juicebox as a bad local morning zoo radio DJ. He also appeared in the new Pornographers video for Use It, in Super Hunk's video for Watery Hands, and in Yo La Tengo's video for Cigar Cube. Cross contributes to Vice magazine, writing a column titled My America. In 2005, he contributed to the UNICEF benefit song Do They Know It's Halloween? And appeared in one of PETA's I'd Rather Go Naked Than Wear Fur campaigns. In the Beastie Boys' 2006 concert film Awesome! I Fucking Shot That! Cross played the character Nathaniel Har Paragraph Rinblower copywriter in the fictional segment A Day in the Life of Nathaniel Har Paragraph Rinblower copywriter. In the Bob Dylan biographical film I'm Not There, Cross played the role of poet Allen Ginsberg. Both Bill Lawrence and Zach Braff of Scrubs were eager to have Cross cameo on the show as Tobias Fünke, but because of the series cancellation, the plan never came to fruition. Cross provided commentary on the Vicarious music video DVD for the band Tool. He has previously performed comedy as an opening act for the band, and its members appeared on Mr. Show several times. He played Ian Hawke in Alvin and the Chipmunks, Alvin and the Chipmunks, The Square Cool and Alvin and the Chipmunks, Chipwrecked, and voiced Crane in the 2008 movie Kung Fu Panda, a role which he has continued through most of the animated franchise. Cross starred in a pilot for HBO called David's Situation, which filmed in May 2008 and included many Mr. Show alumni at the taping. On August 6, 2008, Bob Odenkirk announced on BobandDavid.com that David's Situation would not be produced. Cross-comedy series The Increasingly Poor Decisions of Todd, Margaret, which he co-wrote with writer Sean Pye, has run on Channel 4 in the UK and the cable channel IFC in the US. In 2009, Cross released his first book, I Drink for a Reason. The book features memoirs, satirical fictional memoirs and material from Cross that originally appeared in other publications. In September 2009, Cross performed at his own comedy stage at the ATP New York 2009 Music Festival, for which he picked Eugene Merman, John Benjamin and John Glazer and Eric Brown in the Navy Gravy to join him. In 2009 Cross, along with John Benjamin, created and wrote for Paid Programming, a live-action television pilot for Cartoon Network's late-night programming block, Adult Swim. Paid Programming was not picked up for a full series, and Benjamin referred to it as an abject failure. On March 29, 2010, his first comedy special in 6 years, Bigger and Blacker, was streamed on Epix HD. A CD with slightly different content was released on May 25, 2010. Cross starred alongside Julia Stiles and America Ferrera in the dark comedy It's a Disaster, which premiered at the 2012 Los Angeles Film Festival. Oscilloscope Laboratories has acquired the U.S. distribution rights to the film, and plans to release it in select theaters starting April 13, 2013. His directorial debut film Hits premiered at 2014 Sundance Film Festival. Controversies. In October 2005, Cross was sued by Nashville club owner Thomas Weber, who accused Cross of taping him without permission for Shut Up You Fucking Baby and Let America Laugh in violation of Weber's privacy rights. In April 2006 the case against Cross himself was dismissed and the case proceeded with Warner Music, Sub Pop Records, WEA Corporation, and the Alternative Distribution Alliance. In a 2012 interview with Playboy magazine, Cross revealed that he had snorted a small amount of cocaine at the 2009 White House Correspondents' Dinner. Cross said, "It wasn't a unregistered trademark tea like I got high. It was just about being able to say that I did it, that I did cocaine in the same room as the president." Criticisms. Larry the Cable Guy. In April 2005, Cross criticized stand-up comedian Larry the Cable Guy in a Rolling Stone interview, saying, "It's a lot of anti-gay, racist humor which people like in America all couched and I'm telling it like it is. He's in the right place at the right time for but gee shucks, proud to be a redneck, I'm just a straight shooter multimillionaire in cut-off flannel selling ringtones act. That's where we are as a nation now. We're in a state of vague American values and anti-intellectual pride." In response, Larry devoted a chapter in his book GITR Done to Cross and the PC Left, claiming that Cross had screwed with my fans, "It was time for me to say something." Larry claimed that Rolling Stone was baiting comedians to attack him, and they turned to Cross only after Louis Black refused. Cross responded with an open letter to Larry the Cable Guy posted on his website. He continued to mock Larry in his stand-up, Satirizing blue-collar TV during a guest appearance on Wundershausen. In December 2005, he ended his performance on Comedy Central's Last Laugh 2005 by mockingly yelling Larry's catchphrase, "GITR done," to the audience as he left the stage. He pokes fun at Larry's comedy in Freak Show with a character called Danny the Plumber Guy. James Lipton. Cross has criticized Inside the Actors Studio host James Lipton on a Mr. Show sketch and in his stand-up performance The Pride is Back, calling him pretentious. Lipton, who thought that Cross's impression of him was not good-natured, would later appear alongside Cross in Arrested Development, in the recurring role of prison warden Stefan Gentles. During filming, Cross was impressed with Lipton's acting and comedic ability, and the two became good friends. On one commentary track for Season 4 of Mr. Show, Cross discussed the encounter, complimenting Lipton for his professionalism and performance, saying that he liked Lipton personally but still didn't care for Inside the Actors Studio. Alvin and the Chipmunks, responding to critics of his decision to appear in the critically panned, but commercially successful, Alvin and the Chipmunks, Cross noted that the film paid for a summer home, and more than all my other projects combined, book, TV show, the two pilots, year one, yeah. Although he has admitted to taking the role primarily for the money, he has said that he does not regret doing so or consider it to be selling out as he has nothing against entertainment designed for children to enjoy that does not send a bad message. Cross reprised his Chipmunks role in the film's two sequels. In 2011, Cross said that making Alvin and the Chipmunks, Chipwrecked, the third film, was, in contrast, the most unpleasant experience I've ever had in my professional life. He stated that this was due to clashes with one particular producer involved in the movie that he would not name, though he specified that it was not anyone in the cast, nor the director, and later posted a note to his Facebook page clarifying that it was not executive producers Janice Carmen or Ross Bagdasarian, Jr. either, whom he stated were never anything but warm, giving, and gracious, and regretted that some speculated they were the producers to whom he referred. Personal life. Although he was raised Jewish, Cross is now an atheist and does not practice Judaism. In August 2011, after 2 years of dating, Cross became engaged to Amber Tamblyn. The couple wed on October 6, 2012. On September 26, 2013, Kickstarter co-founder Yancey Strickler revealed that Cross was the first investor in the crowdfunding platform. Strickler included Cross among the friends and family, who first financed Kickstarter in 2006. Discography, comedy albums, tour documentary, compilation appearances, bibliography, filmography, television, music videos, video games, references. External links: David Cross at the Internet Movie Database, I Drink for a Reason book website.